hundreds of years ago. The knees. They are in a cavern. There are people with lights on their heads. They're looking in a hole into a dark cavern with things on the wall. Looks like pictures of fish. There he is looking down with a rope. Wow, these hieroglyphs are amazing. Can you see the bottom? Yeah, I think so. Lower me down. What do you think it is? Looks like it's just a bunch of fish on the walls. Fish paintings on the walls. Yep, fish paintings on the walls. They're note-taking. They're drawing their own pictures. Looks like, whoa, people upside down? People right side up? What is this? Some kind of outer earth theory? I don't know. Scribble, scribble, scribble. That's the writing. I'm going to copy these symbols and try and match them in our database when we get home. These pictures seem to suggest a world underwater. We'll have to study them longer, but we'll just copy them now. Don't miss anything. This is the biggest find since Bigfoot. Don't touch it. The calcium could be destroyed. Decades later. In order to prove any of this, we'd have to completely change the entire history of the human race. Yes, but the truth is worth the trouble they're studying. But it's not worth the cost. We are old now, too. Not to mention the site's restricted even to researchers. You're making my point. It's too deep to even try. The pressure is too great. Not to mention the magma. We just sound crazy. I guess this is a picture of the Earth and how they imagine it. The bees have made us crazy. How about this? I've thought about this for years. It makes sense, see? Before we went underground, humans inhabited the earth. All the stories tell us of a paradise even before that. These pictures indicate it was under the earth. What about gravity? Yes, well, everything has an equal and opposite reaction, so the force pulling us down here would hold us up in there beyond the equilibrium point. My guess would be beyond the magma level. The stories say humans were banished from paradise. What makes you think anything habitable is still there? It's an upside down man. I don't know. I also don't have all the tools or technology to find out. But I can write this all down in a book and publish it and call out to anyone who might. One day when we have the technology, we can dig further. Maybe the entrance is under the ocean. The world has done it before. We can do it again. It's the bee's knees. We'll call the believers knights. If the bees haven't overwhelmed the oceans too, then exploration will be possible. There is an answer. It wasn't out in space. Fate forced us out of the hollow earth, and now fate is taking us back there. We may be crazy. We may be right. Decades later. Wow, this book is amazing. Have you seen this book? It's The Bee's Knees. Have a copy. Oh my gosh. Everyone should read this. But in The Bee's Knees, it says we could have come from beneath the surface. Don't believe everything you read, students. What about what you give us to read? How can we believe anything you say? A phenomenon is sweeping the nation. People everywhere are rationalizing lunacy in The Bee's Knees. Clubs in droves are forming as people become knights for the new philosophy. What is The Bee's Knees? People of Manihold, have no fear. Questions need answers, so we have assembled a team of 100 top diggers in the world to get to the bottom of this. Literally, our calculations of polar shifts through approximate time periods has placed the so-called path to hollow Earth beneath this city. We will know the truth in no time. Hooray! Dig-a-dig-a-dig, a-dig-a-dig-a-dig-a-dig-a, dig-a-dig-a-dig-a-diggin'. Uh-oh. Digga-digga-digga, rumble, 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 a boom, rumble, rumble, a crash, a chink, a dink, a death. Just like that, the entire city was destroyed. Further attempts to dig were prohibited. The knees became contraband. Ignorance, misunderstanding, and time led the knees to be interpreted in too many ways. Some were peaceful, some dangerous, but all believers kept it secret. To do otherwise was suicide. Controversy.